Good evening, guys. Okay, today we are going to see how to solve an how to solve simplex problem, linear programming problem using Excel. So the question is to minimize z equal to 40x1 plus 30x2 subjected to three constraints. So to solve this, first let's write decision variables which are x1 and x2. The next step is to write the constraints of z, which is called objective function. We write objective function given that z equal to 40x1 plus 36x2. We write 40 and 36 beneath x1 and x2, leave a space and then write z. We leave one full row so that we get the answer there. Then we write the given constraints. The given constraint, the first constraint is x1 less than or equal to 8. So we write 1 beneath x1, 0 beneath x2, leave a space, less than or equal to 8. The next constraint is x2 less than or equal to 10. Similarly, the last constraint is 5x1 plus 3x2 greater than or equal to 45. So these are the three constraints. Now we need to define using a function called sum product. So we write equal to sum, you'll get sum product, select it. Now we need to select array 1 and array 2. We have selected array 1, comma, now array 2. Enter. Do the same thing for the rest, for the other three constraints. Equal to sum product of array 1, comma, array 2. You might be noticing that we are inserting dollar signs at two positions. This is to fix the array, that is decision variables. So by just dragging the cursor down, we have defined three constraints without using sum product. Now you have seen it is written sum product of B8 to C8, comma, B2 to C2. This is what we require. Now we go on to solve the linear programming problem. Now go on to data. You will have a solver option in the analysis part at the rightmost corner. Click on it. Now select the objective function, that is a value of z, that is E5. We need to minimize the problem, so click on minimize. Next we need to select the change of data direct DVs. Select the cells. We have got that. Now we add constraints. We have three constraints. We need to select cell reference less than or equal to. Now the constraint. We have done first constraint. Now add. Similarly do for the second and third constraints. Now click OK. Here you can see select a solving method. We are doing LP problem, so there is a simplex LP, select it and make sure that make unconstrained variables non-negative. This is to get positive values for x1 and x2. Now click on solve. Answer, sensitivity and limits if you require all the three in your reports, and press OK. Now we go through limit problem. So if you go to limit report, get the decision values 8 for x1 and 1.67. We can change the value of this into 3-digit by going to home. There is a comma symbol. If you click on it, you can observe that it has changed to the two decimal points. Similarly, this, so the value is x1 equal to 8 and x2 equal to 1.67 and the z is 380. This is sensitivity analysis, which shows the reduced cost and shadow price for each of the constraints. You can get the answer even in this sheet. We have the 8, 6 and 45. These are the constraints that we get after we put x1 equal to 8 and x2 equal to 1.6667. So this is how to solve. This is the simplest method to solve a LP problem. If this video is useful for you, thank you. Goodbye.